according to Kidsman this week. I hope you guys are doing so well, swell, and that you guys are just doing amazing. So, let's jump right in. As a church, the adults, our parents, we've been going through a series, and the series has been about the parable of the 10 virgins. Now, this is found in Matthew 25, and it's about this wedding feast. Now, weddings are a little bit different now than to how they were back then. Think of it this way. The wedding feast back then would be like a birthday party today, except that birthday party would last for days. You heard me right. Days. Imagine water slides, jumping castles, cake, sweets, donuts. Not for a couple of hours. Not for one whole day. But several days. That is so cool. I'd be so keen. But there was one thing. The bride, the wife, and the bridegroom, the husband, would be separate initially. But they would be in a different place. The wife would be celebrating with her friends, her family, and the bridesmaids, in the story virgins. And as they'd be going about, they'd be celebrating, and the bride had to be ready for when the bridegroom came to pick her up, to bring her to his home. And so that's why the bridesmaids had to have oil in their lamps, because they didn't have the same technology as us today. You can see this light around me. This is from a lamp that's over there, not on the screen, but it's here. And we have torches now when we go camping, and we have this torch up on our head, or we have torches in our hands, and we're walking around and we can see where we're going. There they had lamps, and for the lamp to work, they needed oil. And so in the story, there were 5 who had extra oil and 5 who didn't have enough oil. And what do you think happens if you don't have enough oil? It's going to run out, right? And then you won't be able to see. And if you can't see, you don't know where you're going. Have you ever, at home, tried to close your eyes and you're walking around the house, and you're walking, and you're walking, and you're walking, oh, hello, that's a window, and you're walking, oh, that's a door, and you don't know where anything is, because you can't see it. But then what does this oil mean? Like, what is the oil? Like, what could it be? Like, it provides light, but there's another. What else could it be in our lives? That's it. The oil's Jesus. Jesus in us, that we know him. In the same way, if we don't have oil in our lamps, if they didn't have oil in the lamps, they couldn't see where they were going. In the same way, if we don't have Jesus, we're also lost, because we don't have his truth, we don't have his salvation, we don't have his love, his joy, his peace, his kindness, his goodness, his faithfulness, his gentleness, his protection. There's so much of him that we don't have. We don't have the security in him, his wisdom, to know what to do. But if we don't have oil, like, what does that mean if we don't have Jesus? Like, we need Jesus for salvation, to know God. If we didn't have Jesus, we wouldn't know God as we do right now. And that's why it's so important that the oil is in our lives, that we have oil. And now, I have another special guest who's going to explain further what this oil is, and like how it comes into our life, and how it can be in some of our lives, and some, like in some aspects, not in others, and then how it can reflect. Because if we have Jesus, and like he is our light, he is our salvation, our God, how do other people know? In Matthew 5:14, it says, we are the light of the world. What does that mean? How am I the light of the world? I don't shine. Look, I'm wearing black, but I'm like white. I don't give off any light. If the room was dark, you wouldn't be able to see me. How do I give off light? And what this means is actually that we carry Jesus in our lives, and it's actually Jesus in us that is reflected in our lives, which shows off God and his glory. And that's so cool. That's so cool. But how does that work? How do we reflect light?
Good morning, guys. It's so good to see you again. So as a church, we've been going through the parable of the 10 virgins. So today I'll be talking to you guys about us being the lights of the world. So in Matthew 5 verse 14, it says that we are the lights of the world. A city on a hill cannot be hidden. A little bit of light chases away darkness. So let's say you're watching a movie as a family and boom, load shedding, like pitch black, dark, like you can't even see me now. And then daddy or mommy just turns on a flashlight. Then there is light. There is that light that you can see, that I can see. Then like suddenly there's like a smile on your face. Then yay, there's lights. Like the light is back. There's joy. And like this is how we should do with our friends. Like this is how we should share the lights with our friends. Like be with our friends and then reflect God's light on them. And still on the load shedding part, let's say there is load shedding, and then daddy turns on the lights, but only for himself. Like you can't see anything. I'm sure you'll be like, daddy, why are you switching off the lights? Why is the light only for yourself? I'm sure you'd be like, mad. We can do that at some time. Like we can shine a light, but like only for ourselves, not for my friends, not for everyone else. And that is what we should avoid doing or stop doing, if I can say. Like we have to shine a light and shine it for everyone in the room, for everyone to see, for our friends to see us, to see what we do, to like see God through us and like through everything that we do. So us shining a light makes other people see God like for who He really is. Thank you. So there are various ways in which we can reflect light. Like just think of something. You know how the ceiling gives the light like inside the room, like the roof, the lights in the room, like they shine like all over the room. Like, and you also know the sun. Right? The sun like shines the lights like to everyone in the world. Like, I mean, the world. Come on, guys. Like everything. And then there's one thing that reflects the sun's light, the moon. Like, you know, there's a moon. It like has phases, right? So there's like this time it's like full moon, like circle. Then there's like half moon. Then there's like that tiny bit of light. Like that is the moon reflecting the sun's light. Like it will reflect it like fully, then half, then like tiny bit. So we tend to be like that at times. Like we reflect God's light like that tiny bit. Like I can see God, I can see God's light in you, then like that half, but we should always try to be that full moon. Like we reflect God's light fully and all. And I've actually got a friend. Well, not a friend, a brother. We've been like friends for like 11 years now, so it's more like a brother to me, who would be telling you guys more about how we can reflect the light. Over to you.
Hey guys, I trust you all doing so well. It's been a long time since we've seen your faces, and we miss you so much. You know, as Talent was talking about the light, it got me thinking about something that happened to me the other day. I was coming back from the shops, and I was tired, and it was dark, so I decided, let me take a shortcut home. And as I was walking, I tripped and fell. Boom, pants. And I got up quickly. You know when you fall and you get up to see who saw you. Man, I'm glad no one saw me. But that got me thinking, as much as we need the light to see where we're going, we need the light that is Jesus in our lives. And as it says in Matthew 5, we are the lights of this world. And it goes on to say, let your light shine before others. And one may ask, how do you let your light shine before others? And there's so many ways of making your light shine before others. We need to seek His face and seek His strength and look to the Lord, so that we may be able to project His light. We need to show kindness. We need to be slow to become angry and quick to forgive and live as Jesus will live.
Hey everyone, it's me again. I hope you guys are all well and that you've enjoyed our lesson today, learning about how we need Jesus as our guide and our light, and also how we need to allow Jesus, His light, to shine out of us so that other people can see the light of Jesus. And it was so cool how Nati was saying that actually we need to be in the Word, we need to be praying. And did you know there's scriptures speaking about like God being the light, or light reflecting off of us, and God's Word giving us light and understanding? In Psalm 119 verse 130, it says, "The unfolding of your words gives light, it gives understanding to the simple." And isn't that cool? Actually reading God's Word gives light, it gives us understanding, and in us having understanding, having this light, other people will be able to see it too. And another quick story about light. Did you know, back ages ago in the Old Testament, when Moses went into the tent of meeting, when he met with God, his face would shine. It would be like a reflection in a sense. It would shine with the glory of God that was on it, the light of God. That's almost the visual idea. Moses walked around, the Israelites could see the light on Moses' face because he had been with God. When we are walking around in our lives, we want to be like Moses, where people can see us and be like, that person knows God, that person knows something that I don't. And you know what makes it easier to share and walk with God and not be afraid to do anything and to share His Word and to show His light to everyone? It's not being ashamed. And that's the song we're going to sing today. I'm not ashamed.